We got a call early this morning to assist Lions Bay SAR with a hiker who got cliffed out on the West Lion. Lions Bay SAR hiked up to him last night.
Man from Lions Bay 9-1.
We're getting closer to his location. Probably get there in about 30 minutes.
They reached him about 2 a.m., but they couldn't access him.
This is off cliff up above us.
Stay put!
Lions Bay members stayed nearby all night in voice contact with the subject. I'm sure he's uncomfortable and cold.
You want to do a hook check? Yeah, we're doing that right now. We're all good? Good? Cool. All right. Okay, coming up.
Yeah, that's sweet, Kelsey. All good. Yeah, looking good, Kelsey. I'm about at the height of the notch right now.
Okay, yep, sounds good. That's going to take you up over the ridge line here, and then we'll do a little left turn back in.
Yeah, it sounds good, Kelsey.
I got the subject in sight. I'm just going to walk you down there.
Yeah, it sounds good. I got the subject in sight. 100 forward, 50 down. Hold that level, just forward 20. Forward 20. Forward 10. Down 10. Hold the line, Kelsey. Offline, offline. Yeah, looking good, Kelsey, looking good. Yeah, I'm just going to get the gear out here, Kelsey, and get this guy sorted.
Okay, sounds good. I'm not going to go far. We got clouds around here that are just kind of moving with the airflow, so I'm not going to go too far here.
Okay, stand up. Right arm through there. Oh. Turn around.
In command, you can check Paul is in with the subject this time.
And what's going to happen is you're going to get pulled up like this, right? And you're going to be on the line. Okay, Kelsey, we've got the subject, and we've got a fairly big pack here.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you. Kelsey are just walking. Okay, hold that. Forward 10. Hold. Down 3. Okay, hold. I have the line. Up slow. Up slow. Yeah, that's us, Kelsey. That's us. That's us. Yeah, we're clear to fly. Yeah, this pack of it is a bit of an animal.
Okay, I'll just go slow here.
Yeah, it sounds good, thank you.
And Lions Bay, you can check Talon, we're inbound with Paul and the subject.
I copy. Thanks.
2, 1 on the ground. Hold, hold. Offline, Kelsey.
This guy was heading up the west line. It's a marked route, but he got off track, ended up getting cliffed out. It's a pretty easy place to get offline. It was great, though, that he stopped where he did, because if he kept pushing, this could have been a very different outcome.
In the summer, we see a large rise in callouts. Some may last all night, others may happen concurrently, which can really challenge our team. It is really important that we set time aside outside of the strain of calls to get to know each other and build on our relationships.
Lake Lovelywater is an area in the Tantalus Mountains. We've done this trip now since early 80s with the rescue team. Nice thing about the weekend, it gives them a chance to get to know one another better.
2, 3.
When you're doing the kind of work we do in the rescue team, you want to be confident in your fellow colleague, and you learn that confidence and you gain that confidence by recreating it.
It is 4 a.m. and we're heading up Mount Alpha. Everybody joins the team for different reasons, but I think the one thing that we do all have in common is that we all love the outdoors. You can unplug and just forget about everything outside of here and just be here and enjoy the beauty and simplicity of the place. It's nice to get out and actually practice some of our skills, using some of the gear, not just in a training situation. It's different because you're not there on a rescue. You're there because you want to be there for your own personal time. I think we're good time if it's 7:20 and we've ascended a third of the way. So I think we're good.
They told me this place was beautiful. I don't see what the bus is about.
Yeah, should we put on the helmets?
Yeah.
Right here, because of the rock fall.
Catch up on my emails.
Oh yeah, signal. There's one section on the route today that can get a bit spicy. It's definitely like the crux of the climb. You can just scramble up it without any gear. You can also choose to rope up for added protection.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's an arch, and then left foot is a little bit higher.
This is the hard part. Rock. It's a bit sketch.
I'll put my harness on and pour you rope.
Okay. Okay, clip in here. I got you. You okay?
Yeah. Either way, you can't.
When you're hanging on a rope and someone else is belaying you, you want to feel safe with that person and you feel like you can trust them. That's just that added reassurance that they've got you.
Thanks for the encouragement to get up.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Good job, team. It's beautiful. I need to give a picture to my mom. Smile.
The kind of work that we do requires a dependence on one another.
Team Alpha, say again.
Hi, it's Team Alpha. We're at the summit.
Oh, wow, you made great time.
We do things that people consider to be risky in the rescue business. We don't consider them to be as risky because we've got to know one another. We need to rely on that relationship.
You had a good life until you came along.
Okay, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I thought it was working. You end up with your spare time normally going on rescues and training, all the stuff that comes with being the team, which is a lot of time. So it's nice to be able to get a group of us off duty to be able to come here and do the stuff we like to do without always in the back of your head like, oh, what if there's a call? There could be a call.
A 9-year-old girl took a fall when they were coming down off of Seymour. Sounds like she dislocated her shoulder. Copy, 4 minutes out, thank you. The plan is we can land on the top of first pump, bring her and her mom out, and the rest of the group will hike back.
I'll just bring some drugs and splints. We want people to have like a SAM splint.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
And Command THY on the link. It's myself, Scott. We've got our doctor and Paul and pilot Luke. We're inbound to first pump.
Copy. And I've just sent Brent, the father, a text.
We're basically just looking for a big gathering of people up there. Is that correct?
Correct.
I think that's where everyone is. So we'll just find a spot that's somewhere close. I might go there just because I could almost fully land. Yeah, no, that's perfect. You're looking good here. Okay, you guys are good to exit. Open the door. Cross pack is coming out. Down onto the rock now. I might hover around and find some other spots that are nice. Yeah, they're good. I'm going to stand board, yeah. Okay, cool.
Go for command.
They're just making their way up. Should be in contact with the subject in about a minute.
Is there a way around this way? Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. And you are Mum?
I'm Dad, and this is Mom right behind you.
What happened?
She was climbing. Which part was it?
Right there behind you.
Okay.
And then coming down, and then we were still at the top.
Okay.
That's her 14-year-old brother.
Yes, and they came down and fell about 4 to 5 feet down.
Charlotte, you didn't hit your head? No, head doesn't hurt. I'm just gonna lift a smidge. Can you squeeze my finger? That hurts, hey. How's that? Shoulder's okay? Does it hurt more the elbow or the shoulder? Elbow. Okay. All right. It's a fracture, distal humerus. Everything's fine neurologically. Basically, we have to get her in a splint, and then we'll get her down to the helicopter and get her down.
Hi, it's Dale with North Shore Rescue. Would we be able to have an ambulance at Bone Creek?
I'll lift your arm, and then you just sit up slowly, okay? Good girl. Perfect. I'm gonna hold this, make sure it doesn't move at all, okay? So I'm just bringing the shoulder. Something like that. Now, what I want you to do, sweetie, is just let the whole arm hang in the sling, okay? Watch your hair. You're doing great, sweetie. We're almost done. You doing okay? Can you take all the weight off your arm so it's all hanging there? How does that feel? You're okay there? Great. We're gonna put another one, and this one goes around and underneath your arm.
Command THY on the link.
Go for command.
We're just at suicide pad waiting right now.
What do you think? Can you stand up? No, just stay standing. How do you feel? You all right?
Hey, we're just in the middle of splinting Charlotte, and then we're gonna work our way down to the hover exit area.
Yep, THY copies. We're just gonna walk down in the sun, okay? Yep. I'll hang on to you.
You want to go, straight down.
Kristen, I'm gonna put Shar's sweater in your backpack so you'll have it.
Yeah, perfect, thanks.
Right here.
We're injured.
Have you guys been in a helicopter before? We'll be here to help you every step of the way.
Injured though.
How's that strap? Is that okay?
Paul, just confirming, so it's 1 member and 2 subjects on this load, and you're ready for us?
Yep.
Sounds good, so we're coming in. Doors closed, everyone's in. You're good to lift here.
Yep, we have 2 subjects and Stu on board. We're inbound to Bone Creek.
Okay, thanks.
How'd it go on scene, Stu? Really good. Yeah? Right on. She was pretty good? It looks pretty good. Did you give her a bit of pain med? No? Didn't need anything. Once she was splinted, she was coming. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Always good to see a tough kid. Yeah.
I'll do just like before, okay? I'll grab you under the arm. I got your leg.
There we go.
There you go.
It's always a challenge when we get a call that involves a young child. It really resonates for those of us that are parents on the team. But this one has a positive outcome. She's going to heal up quickly.
When I started in search and rescue, we were at the very basics. Did we have tracking skills at the beginning? No, we didn't. We learned them.
Our tracking experience began when my brother Dave discovered Joel Harden,
who was a US border guard, come up and teach us tracking, something that the team had never done at that time.
We were up at Outward Bound in Karameas. Joel went out to find somebody, which they had already sent out. We then followed Joel, went out to the field, crossed the highway, and up into the hills, and found the guy behind a rock. And a lot of us said, well, how the hell did he do that?
He was just a master of his craft.
The things he taught us. If you look at a leaf, there's a light side and a dark side. If you look at a blade of grass, it's a light side and a dark side.
Once you bend a piece of grass, within an hour it's up and the tracks are gone.
all of these little tricks. A rock that is overturned, the moisture pattern that's laid in a creek when the guy walks through it.
If a person walked through a puddle, he would leave his tracks. They were identifiable for ages afterwards.
From that point on, we started to develop the program.
As a result of the tracking training we received from Joel Harden, we became aware that there's a lot of information we were not formally getting prior to this event. When a person goes missing, who are we looking for? What is the shoe size? What is the shoe type? And from that conversation came Woodward's shoe department manager, who said, well, I'll give you a bunch of pictures of all the shoe soles of all the boots we're selling.
I don't know how many patterns of different soles.
When we did find an impression, we would go to the family and say, does this match your son's footwear that he was wearing? So they were an aid for us to develop a clue.
That actually brought a lot of people to be rescued just following tracks.
One case I'll give you is Roger Bean, Grouse Mountain, doing a search middle of winter. The only thing he noticed is there was an anomaly in the edge of the snow surface as he came up over a ridge. Otherwise, we would have never searched that area for days. He found the people, recovered them hypothermically, and they are alive because of that.
The team is always looking at new ways to innovate and find efficiencies in our search techniques.
All right, so do you want to give it a go? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, go check out that zone in there. Don't worry about hitting stuff. You can go right in there. Okay, cool. And imagine that drainage was down the bottom of some bluffs, and it would just take you an hour and a half to get down and out.
Absolutely.
And it's just check it off.
Yeah, this is actually pretty awesome. Being able to have a drone in the backpack expands an individual's capacity to search. So you're in thermal, so this is pretty intuitive, and then if you go straight visible. The thermal drone's been awesome, and there's a few different add-ons that we can use. One of the nice ones is a speaker that allows us to play messages to subjects.
This is North Shore Rescue. We see your location.
The technology is incredible. The fact that we can deploy it at night allows us to look for people that otherwise we'd never see. The first time they really came in handy, we were doing a call looking for a guy who had gone missing, and there was a lot of unpleasant, deadly gullies that we wanted to look into.
4-6 from command.
We're gonna go up and see what we can see.
The alternative to setting up a rope, getting a person to peek over, was to just bring the thermal drone, have it look down, come back. Saved us a huge amount of time. Command, this is 4-6. We've got the drones back in and we're going to be heading back down. Didn't find anything, no trace of anyone out there.
Technology is not always the answer. Nothing replaces boots on the ground, but it's great to have another tool in the toolbox.
Command, North Shore 6 is responding to Cypress ETA 20 minutes.
We had a group of hikers and they were out towards Strachan Meadows. Somewhere along the line went off trail and ended up in some very steep terrain. Our hope is that with some reassurance and some assistance from our ground teams, she'll be able to walk out with some assistance.
We have 5 in North Shore 6 heading up towards Strachan.
Go ahead, North Shore 6.
We're all at the top of Strachan now.
Copy, thanks. The subjects are in 2 groups. The one who called in is Lena. She is higher up. The other 2 are out of cell range and they're further down.
4-2 copy. Yeah, we'll also try bring up a drone to try and spot them over. This is coming down off the gully. I'm looking up it. So there's the ridge line.
Okay, so there's the big drop.
Yeah. So they could be up in there.
Somewhere along this ridge here.
This is the summit, right?
Yeah.
That's looking out down into Christmas Gully. Can't see anything right now, so I'll bring it back. If they got lost, it must have been lower down.
Go ahead, 6-8.
We're probably further than I thought we would.
I'm looking at the satellite view, and it looks like the subjects might be at the bottom of a small clearing.
You gotta start traversing soon.
Is that your voice speed? Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Do a call. This is North Shore Rescue. If you can hear us, call out now.
We've dropped substantially down Christmas Gully. We're now trying to traverse around Strachan proper and see if we can get voice contact through that. Over.
Roger, continue your traverse.
We're getting close to this ridge line. That's just about beyond the...
Which is good where we want to be. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll try another voice.
Voice. Stan, there's like foot marks here.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. On this side here.
Yeah, I'm seeing almost like somebody's walked up here too.
Yeah, guys, watch it.
Yeah, let's really
good chance of rock fall now.
Real tight.
Again, guys, tread carefully. This is all loose rock. Oops, rock. Yeah, it's a bit better here. Less loose.
Sending the drone up.
Put something in there.
I have Lena on screen here. She's waving at the drone. You guys are a couple hundred meters below her.
Great work.
Lena!
One subject is able to hear you. I've asked her to call out and keep calling out.
Where are you? Wave your hands.
Station is perfect.
Okay. Stay there.
Yeah, command. I'm with the subject now.
Roger, 6-6. Good news.
She is on her own, and she confirms that her two other colleagues are down there with Ran.
Let's try again some voice, Stan.
Okay.
Hello!
Oh, okay, to the right.
Go ahead, 4-2.
Status update. Stan and myself are with two subjects. Over.
Good news. Well done.
Go ahead, 6-6.
Yeah, I've got a heat vest on the subject and waiting for advice on how you would like to proceed with us leaving this area.
It looks like you're able to go straight south and then over a knoll and back that way.
Take your time.
Some of them were moving on our way up. A lot of them.
Stand in front of these little trees sometimes helps.
How was it coming up?
Fine, we're just putting in a line just to be sure. Come on down here. You're good. You're awake now and you're good. All right. Okay, let's go up this way.
Can I get that orange webbing?
Okay, Scott, that's secured.
Okay, does everything look good? Little function test, yeah. That one doesn't double back, so you don't have to worry. You've got a beaner. Traverse is secure, Roger. Okay, keep on coming down. Nice. Okay, now this spot here is a little dicey. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Okay, that's good to go as well, Scott.
Look.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, baby.
Heading up to the truck now.
Roger. Ron and Stan were able to bring the other two subjects out lower down. Usually we recommend hikers stay together, but in this case, separating so one of them could get cell service in that steep area was a good call.
Hi, how are you? Are you better? I'll say, if I were to have had a day like this with anyone, it would be you guys.
Well, that's reassuring. Well, I'm happy I found cell service. I know. I didn't move. So
Glad it worked out. Happy to have you back here safe and sound.
Yeah, of course.
Good luck.
All right.
Have a good day.
Mine was great.
It's not common, but sometimes we don't find people. We still have a few cold cases. Neville Jewell went hiking on the Howe Sound Crest Trail in September of 2015 and was never seen again.
We were called by West Van Police at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon of September the 20th. There was a car in the parking lot for more than 5 days.
We got a phone call. It was a constable from the West Van Police. Asked if I was Neville Jewell's daughter, and I said, I am. How can I help you? And he said, do you have any idea why his car would be up at Cypress? And I had no idea. Surrey Police went into his home in White Rock. It appeared like nobody had been home in about a week. Moldy food. Mail was sitting at the door. They pieced together the story that my dad hadn't been active in any capacity of his life in more than a week. It was almost immediate communication, and I think search and rescue was out later that evening looking for him.
We called in other teams to assist and duplicated his trip into the lines, looking for any signs. We started off with 3 field teams searching the south area of the Howe Sound Crest, and we used a helicopter to search the north end of the trail. Some of them had to camp out overnight. On the second day, we learned more about the messages.
It was 2:17 in the afternoon. My dad said to one of his friends that I'm here and that I'm at the top. That was the last message.
The cell phone continued pinging cell towers to the east side of Unnecessary Mountain until about 5 o'clock.
The last cell phone ping was 5:17, 3 hours later.
And then there was nothing.
We did an in-depth SS7 trace on his phone to really narrow down that aspect.
What I'm using right now is I'm using a view shed to try to take a look at where cell phone signal is and isn't. It helps us narrow down our search area and gives us a better idea of where their last known location was. Neville's last text was up here on the West Line, and then you can see there's cell service that follows the ridge line with reasonable service on the west side and almost no service on the east. And there is the last ping from his cell phone, so last known location. And past that, we have not been able to track or access anything for his cell phone. So the search was focused over here on this side.
The terrain in this watershed area is really, really rugged, bloody steep. On the third day, we inserted several groups by helicopter along the most likely places to search. We had about 60 people involved in the search, which amounted to over 700 hours.
We had a drone up. We had helicopters up.
There's nothing on the trails. There was no signs. Until some clues come along of some sort, we have to suspend the search.
I remember being in that moment very angry about them not finding him. And not search and rescue, but the experience in general is how can you not find somebody?
You get to that threshold where it's just not worth putting people at risk any further when there's not a chance of survival.
When you've done everything you can, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're frustrated because it's not been successful. It's a tough call to call it.
So this is his watch that they actually found in my dad's car. 7 years later, I can think about things very differently than I could in the moment. As time went on, it just came to be what it was. And I think that really simplifies the experience, but I think that's just how I approached it. It is what it is. If my dad were to be found, it's because somebody else is really lost. I didn't accept it then, but I accept that now.
You always remember the cold cases that we have, and you feel terrible that you were never able to bring that person back to their family. And then it's important to keep that communication up with those people, to let them know that we haven't forgotten, and that every time we're in that area, we'll continue to look. This weekend, we're doing a training session in Pemberton. We've been operating with night vision goggles for just over a year now, and we feel very comfortable with the way that we're operating. On our first training flight with night vision goggles, we actually found some people in distress. As we were gaining elevation, we were looking down and we could see two flashlights, and they're shining the beam up from the waterfall in Suicide Creek.
They're right in the waterfall, waving their arms. There's two of them. Yep. Oh.
We essentially had already found them before they were reported missing. We have night vision approval, but we don't have permission to lower the rescuers down on the hoist at night yet. If we were able to hoist at night, we could have completed that call within an hour. Instead, it took 16 of our members 7 hours to evacuate those two people in very icy, treacherous conditions. If and when we get night hoist approval, it will save numerous lives. Being the only night vision trained crew in the province, we started to get calls from outside of our region. We have a call for a mutual aid response to 100 Mile House for a snowmobiler that's critically injured. This woman was snowmobiling and ended up going into a ditch and then was subsequently run over by her partner behind her. We are going to be using our night vision heli to access her. So Brady, I talked to Eric. So basically what we've got is your monitor, we've got your mechanical suction.
Yep.
We've got the carbon fiber O2.
Nice.
We've got your AMP bag.
Okay.
We've got the vac mat.
Okay.
Along with the Cascade stretcher if we have to move them.
Okay. Do you think this size pack will be enough?
Oh yeah, let's bring that.
Hey, be there in 3 minutes. Just going by the city.
Everybody's at the pad ready to go.
North end Capilano Lake, climbing through 3,000. We'll be climbing to 6,500 northbound, north Pemberton.
The local SAR team, are they out there?
No, I mean, they're responding, but they figure they'll be an hour and a half to 2 hours.
We are showing 1 hour, 23 minutes now that we've leveled off to cruise speed.
Warning, terrain.
We are close.
Warning, terrain.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I said, this is North Shore Rescue. We're inbound to your location. What is the patient condition? She's fucked up. Okay. Waiting on help. That does sound bad.
Fucked up sounds like still a pulse though.
What's our ETA?
15 minutes.
I guess the concern is that, well, if she truly does have an airway threatening injury, if she's bleeding out, we'll need to sort out her circulation issue. And she may also have a head injury on top of that.
11 o'clock, there's a light up on the hill there. That's about where our coordinates are, so.
Okay. South Caribou SAR, it's North Shore Rescue and Tango Lima Whiskey.
Go for South Caribou SAR.
There we go.
Okay, we're reading you 5x5. We think we have the target area in sight. We have some lights there, so what's your ETA to the site?
We're on site. We've got sleds collected up in one area, and there's a nice clear spot for you to land.
Okay, well, we better have game ready here. What happened?
Came down into here, second slider, came down, landed on top of her.
Okay.
So
cold.
I'm so cold.
Deep breath in and out.
Steph, grab a couple people, grab a blanket or a tarp, stand above us, try and block the snow from coming in.
Let's get her out and get her in the rig so we can assess her way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're okay. Did you see any vessels there or anything like that?
No, it's right along the jawline.
Okay. So it's not that deep?
No, it's pretty deep. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to bone.
Okay.
But no concern with carotids being close to that.
Okay.
It runs perpendicular to the...
Okay. Brady.
Yeah.
So the deck is pretty much clear.
Okay.
Jared knows to stay there, so let's get her in this thing and lift her out.
Okay. We're gonna move her on the clamshell?
I think so.
Okay. Okay guys, we're gonna get her flat on the clamshell, okay?
When I put the collar on,
yes,
there was quite a bit of blood at the back of the neck, and I'm not sure if that's from the jawline bleeding or if there's a secondary wound on the back of the neck.
Okay.
Found her face up.
Pardon me?
We found her face up and unconscious.
Unconscious, you're right.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And hey guys, PLW. I'll just stay clear. If you guys have everyone organized in the same spot, I'll just come right back in.
Okay, so we're gonna gently bring her up onto the clamshell on 3, okay?
Yep.
Ready? Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Good work. Okay, flat. Okay, guys, good.
I built that road.
Thanks for the road.
Yeah, we're just walking her over now, so give us another 2 minutes.
So Sheila, my name's Eric, I'm one of the other doctors. Our plan is we're going to load you in the helicopter and I'm going to quickly take a look at your neck and your mouth again before we make another plan, okay? Did you have any bleeding out your nose?
NTLW, just hold off for 1 sec.
Sheila? Or anything out your ears? No. Okay. Do your teeth feel like they're sitting in kind of the right place? Like...
Well, the collar.
Yeah, but apart from the collar, I still feel like they're about the right place?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And Jarrett, we're ready for you.
Okay, on my way.
good to go.
We're good to go? Okay.
Yeah.
And South Caribou SAR, it's North Shore Rescue and TLW. We're heading to Williams Lake. We'll be heading to the airport. Are you guys able to line up BC ambulance there?
Copy that. Yes, we are.
Okay, and can you thank your crews on site? They did an amazing job, so we're very appreciative.
What's the straining for? Because of the pain, or?
In my rib cage. I'm so cold.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so cold.
Here's your other hand. Check her right side out, Brady.
Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. She's conscious. The 52-year-old lady who she was following her fellow snowmobilers, and they went into a ditch next to a bridge, and then another snowmobile hit her from behind.
There we are.
3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, you guys got her?
Okay, I'm gonna put 2 on here to hold the clam down. So
sure.
You what? Hang out. What'd you say? Are you gonna throw up?
Yeah.
Undo that. We don't have any straps on her.
Where's our suction?
Where's the other one? You guys still be sick?
Here you go.
Just in case, all right?
Yeah.
You gonna be sick, Sheila?
Yeah.
Open your mouth just in case you're gonna throw up. It's okay.
Sheila, we're gonna give you somebody else to make that.
Let me get at that hand.
Can somebody grab this? Grab the.
Okay, if she's not gonna throw up, we can put her back down.
Okay, we're going back. Call it.
Okay, after 2, 1, 2, 3.
If this woman was not able to be extracted by air, it would have been an incredibly long and painful extraction. All this teamwork has given her a much better chance of survival.
I had a separation of 2 centimeters between my base of my skull and C0 and C1. So my head had basically been rolled right off my neck.
The day of Sheila's accident, there was 9 of us in total. We were going to Big Timothy Mountain to go snowmobiling. My son Donnie was there. We did a little riding and we had a good time, and it was getting later in the day and time to go home.
All of a sudden there was a gaping hole in front of me. Next thing I know, I feel this incredible, what to me feels like a smash on my back. Then it was total darkness.
I come up to the edge of the hole and I see Sheila's snowmobile, and I don't see Sheila. The young guy that's down there with the other machine, he starts to yell, "Oh my God, her leg's sticking out from under my sled." When we pull the machine off of her, she's not breathing. I can tell she's not dead yet because the blood's pumping out of the huge gash on her jawline. With her head and neck in the position that they were in, we had to make a decision at that point of what to do. I can't explain what that felt like that day, to have to make the decision I might be paralyzing her. It was either do that or let her die. So I told my son, dig around the top of her head. Donnie took one more scoop of snow above her head, and her head shifted back about an inch, and she started to breathe. I told Donnie to hit